I go to work, it's a nice spring day, I'm in a brilliant mood. I start my computer, I open my mailbox, and I see that among other letters we got, there are two interesting letters. The first one is a complaint from our client about the quality of translation. And the second one is from my boss about that letter from my client. Both are very, very optimistic. So I have to spend all day running through that report of 1,000 clients, or maybe more, or maybe less. But still, it's a lot of hard work. I have to comment each of the lines, have to explain that that's not our fault, everything is okay, we did the good job. Well, that's a hard day. Tuesday was a hard day. Wednesday, from the morning, I have good mood because I just got some flowers from my boyfriend saying he wants to meet me on Friday. And I'm also in a very philosophical mood because I started to think on how much time we waste on inconsistency in source and how much pretty things or flowers I could buy for all that money. Really, inconsistencies in source are not cost-effective at all. Low quality of source text, and that's basically a car of a loser. You can make all the adjustments you want, but still it will never win the race, because it looks like this. Now, why do we get that low quality source? When you do not use authoring tools to check your source text, you get a lot of inconsistency, you may get misprints somewhere, you may get wrong numbers, and so on and so forth. When you get source text, which is actually a translation, when you get translation into English first and then into other 19 languages for some Japanese company who wants their manuals to be translated, if that English translation is not okay, then you may just spoil all the 20 languages. Bad OCR. If you have bad OCR, that's not a good thing to work with. The segmentation is really, really bad. There are plenty of misprints and plenty of wrong figures if you compare with the PDF, the original file. And so professional project manager, I have to, again, take some chocolates or something like this, go to our DTP specialist and say, please check, because this is not going to be a good translation if we translate such text. Now, Thursday, this new project comes up. This is from our client. They already have TM, but it is new for us, and they say, please do not modify 100% matches. Maybe they want to take care of the consistency, maybe they just want to save some money. It's also good with all the crises around. But when we open and start the translation, we see there are definitely some spelling mistakes in the 100% matches. So what should we do now? Should we ignore the mistakes, or should we ignore the client's instructions? At last, Friday arrives. This is new project I received. Corrupted TM, there's nothing special, nothing new for you, I guess. Corrupted 100% matches, that's the correct text. But really, this is something you do not want to get when it is Friday, when it is 7 p.m., when the project is really urgent, you have to deliver it on Monday, and your boyfriend is waiting for you there outside at the beautiful car, and you're sitting there all alone in the office trying to contact your client, and when you do, an auto reply comes back that, bye-bye, I'll be back on Monday. And now I have no solution and no boyfriend. Now, Saturday. I was supposed to take some rest. I was supposed to go to a barbecue, but my boss calls me and says that we have a new project for a military industry and I have to take care of it. So, okay, I'm a professional project manager. I'm not supposed to like barbecues. I'm supposed to like to stay in the office on weekend. So I go to the office, I study the materials, and I see that the workflow is really quite strange. But really, it's not always about quantity. Now, there was Saturday, Sunday, I finally determined to take some rest, to stay home, to feed my dog at last. But I just start my computer just in case. And here's the project I received. No context, no reference materials, no pictures, no nothing. And when I contact the client trying to get some reference, they say, "You're professionals, you're translators, that's your job. Is it such a hard thing to do to get something translated?" Yes, we are professional translators. We can do that translation, but again, picking up that Formula 1 terminology, it's like trying to change tires with your eyes closed. Now, that was actually Sunday, right? So the week is over, the examples are over. Right now I'm supposed to make some conclusions. All presentations are supposed to make some conclusions. From that of what you've seen, you can see that it is not always about the professionalism of project managers or translators. It is not always about professionalism of SLVs. Getting back our topic, high quality translations, is it myth or is it reality? Well, I propose to say that high quality translation, it is teamwork. It must have some synergy effect. If we have end clients, MLVs, SLVs, and freelancers working together, then we get high quality. We should always remember that localization, it is a team game. SLV will never get to win the race or to drink champagne alone. And it's not that fun to drink champagne alone. We must remember that every detail counts, because if you miss some bolt or some screw in that car, in the text for translation, it may just fall apart. Most of the cars do cross the finish line, but still, the first one remains the best. Thank you for your attention. Your questions are welcome, but just before we proceed to them, I would like to leave all that Formula 1 terminology behind and talk about something a little bit more feminine. On behalf of all the project managers of all the SLEs who work with you and who work for you, I just want to say that SLB loves attention. Please at least sometimes say that you like the jobs that we deliver. SLB wants to know at which stage relationships are. So if you do not like something about our services, please tell us. And the last but not the least, you've seen all the projects we have sometimes. It may sometimes make us sad. And just a few words from our clients, something like, I love my SLV, can make the day. Thank you very much.
You guys, this was the very first public speaking opportunity for Olga. Didn't she do a wonderful job?